Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. Once you do, hit the notification bell, daily updates. Then go check out the Nerdsense guys because we have Shaun from Nerdsense today. What's up, Shaun?
What's going on?
Yeah, just you and I are equally excited for this beer. Um,
I oh man, I'm so excited.
yeah, so we've had the what I'll call the original, I guess, the Fat Bear,
Yeah.
which was this beer without coffee, essentially. So this is Coffee Bear peanut butter imperial stout brewed with chocolate, which is where Fat Bear stopped, and then this one and coffee. 10.5% ABV. It's what's that? Two and a
One
half
four.
weeks.
Yeah.
Am I doing math right? Almost 4 weeks old. It's Bare Necessities from the Jungle
The
Book.
bare necessities.
Which I think is my favorite Disney song, actually.
It is a really good song.
Yeah. All right, let's just get into it, dude. We're both so excited.
Let's I know, let's do it. Now, I think was Fat Bear our first stout by them?
It's the first one I remember having. If it wasn't
That's
the first,
that's what I'm thinking too. Well, this is full.
yeah, mine as well. And I don't have
Oh,
anything. Oh, yeah, I do.
I don't do I?
Um, well, or did we
No,
have
not
like
really.
the milk stachio first?
Ooh, good call.
This was the first like 10.5%
Right.
one. That one's smaller. But yeah, definitely a very full fill.
And I have extra proper glassware because Mike, luckily, well, not luckily, I guess Mike has a glassware problem, and his glassware problem translates into my glassware problem because he always buys two.
So speaking of Mike, I did another Mike pour.
Nice.
I have 3 fingers of head. Um, so unlike normal, we're doing 2 reviews, but they're both on my channel. But seriously, again, make sure you guys check out Nerdsense. Okay, like definitely check them out. I'll put a link to their website in the description box below. But anyway, just speaking of Mike, want to make sure I did that one more time. So definitely dark looking beer.
Oh yeah, it's pitch black. Even in the light, I can't even.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do, get some better lighting
Uh,
for it. Um, and then that head also, I mean, definitely looks like a big stout, the liquid, but then the head is a for head anyway, dark brown color. I'd say mocha, but with not much milk in the mocha.
oh yeah, it's extremely dark.
Yeah. Um, getting
This
some.
glass makes it really hard to like swirl or like.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. I do see some legs, so it definitely is showing its ABV that way a little bit.
Oh
Um,
yeah, for sure.
I mean, I started with 3 fingers. I'm already down to 2 fingers ahead, so it's going down somewhat quickly. But given the ABV and the adjuncts, I thought it'd kill the head quicker, but not too
Yeah,
fast. Should we get into the aroma?
let's do it. That's peanut butter.
Yeah, yeah,
That's why it's the first word on the can.
yeah. So, and I think more will come out probably, but right now, I mean, it is I don't know, 90% peanut butter.
Yep. Like maybe a little bit of chocolate. I'm not really getting much coffee.
So the more I smell it, the more chocolate I get, but it's still like 85% peanut butter. Like it's still,
Yeah.
and then maybe in that dark chocolatey note is some coffee roast that's just right, at least right now the aroma mixing in with the base beer's roastiness. I don't know. Because yeah, it's not overly roasty.
Now, the more and more I smell it, then I'm getting more stuff. I'm getting almost like a little bit of a berry character, like a mixed
Hmm,
berry character, mixed like red berry.
okay.
But I don't know. It smells delicious.
It does. I get a little bit of vanilla too. I'm wondering, it probably has lactose in it, right?
Oh, I would imagine so.
Yeah,
Given
so maybe that's why I'm getting a little bit of like this cream vanilla thing. But yeah, it smells phenomenal. But again, it's mostly sweet peanut butter with some other stuff going on. I mean, you have to like peanut butter to like at least the aroma of this beer.
yeah, if you don't like peanut butter and you smell this beer, You're not
Also,
going to
why
be
would you get
happy.
this beer if you don't like peanut butter?
Exactly.
All right, should we get into the taste?
Let's do it.
All right, cheers.
Cheers, dude.
All right, you guys say it first or me?
It's delicious.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. So in terms of following the nose, I'm going to say not as much because
Right,
it's
same.
not as peanut butter dominant as the nose was. Here
There's
you
actually more coffee, I would say, like more coffee and chocolate coming through. Which, if I remember Fat Bear correctly, Fat Bear really like the peanut butter was there through and through.
I
But
believe.
I think the coffee here kind of, which isn't about, and that's not a knock.
Yeah.
The coffee really amps it up to where it kind of, the peanut butter is still there, but it's not like playing on the front anymore. It's kind of taking a back seat.
Yeah.
But everything works perfectly. The mouthfeel is like really creamy. The whole, like, as it crosses your palate, it's just super rich, super decadent, but not overly sweet.
Part of the to build off of the not overly sweet, part of how I'm getting the chocolate, it's like Oreo, just the chocolate cookie part. Like it's unmistakably cocoa, in flavor, but it's not fudge. And I would say there's a couple of different kinds of chocolate, but it is one of the less sweet kind of expressions of chocolate I'm getting. That coffee roastiness, is really good, and a beer that probably doesn't warrant too much discussion about balance actually brings a little bit of balance to that sweetness that's there, which is kind of nice.
Balance is I think is the best way to put that, because this beer could have gone bad where it's like too sweet, right? Too much coffee, but the coffee really kind of evens out the chocolate, evens out the peanut butter to make this really balanced drinking beer that you keep wanting to go back to. Like,
Yeah, yeah. I That peanut butter, it's funny. It almost like does like a 180 because the peanut butter is so low versus the aroma, and then the coffee chocolate thing is so high. Um, yeah, it's they're adjuncted stouts. It's impossible to just talk about the beer without talking about the adjuncts for the vast majority of it. But because this has a few different adjuncts, it does kind of, it's a little bit more complex too than maybe you know Fat Bear was or whatever, which was again super delicious. Don't get me wrong. Um, I like the addition of coffee. I don't know. I guess it depends what you're in the mood for. Me, if you want the peanut butter cup, you probably would prefer the Fat Bear. But if you want a little bit more balance, a little bit more roast in your stouts, be like a little bit of the pastry kind of a thing, this might be more up your alley.
yeah, no, I 100% agree with that. I think the interesting thing is the more time I'm letting it kind of just like I'm talking, not taking a sip, that's where the peanut butter is coming in. It's coming through like on the
Mm,
aftertaste. It's kind of just like I'm getting more like a roasty peanut as like I'm talking right now, like on my side palate. But it's not until like after I don't take a sip for like a minute or so.
So yeah, when you start talking about the aftertaste, I was getting big roastiness, and you're right. I was thinking more the coffee, but some of that is like a roasted peanut shell thing. Yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
almost like if you had a coffee and you put some type of cream, like peanut butter or peanut flavored creamer in it.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's a thing,
Wow.
but maybe it should be. I
Peanut peanut butter creamer has to be a thing, right?
would think
Has
so.
to
I'm
be.
sure someone's done
Or
it.
you could
Yeah,
mix that peanut butter powder in coffee, right? I bet that would be fine.
yeah, for sure. Yeah, the PB2.
Yeah.
You could definitely do
Yeah,
that.
PB2.
Well, even like I've made smoothies before where I used coffee as a liquid and then like a banana and maybe some
Yep.
chocolate protein powder and then the peanut butter PB2, and it definitely these flavors. I don't know if it's so like obviously peanut butter and chocolate everyone knows goes together wonderfully, but to bring in that coffee, I don't know if that's as obvious of a flavor that would work with those two, but it does.
Yeah. I know I've seen like snickerdoodle like coffees at like Starbucks and stuff like that, so that's
Mm,
gonna have some type of peanut butter in it. Like so,
yeah.
but yeah, you're right. Like I don't think I'd ever think myself like, oh, let me put some type of peanut butter in coffee. But yeah, this works.
Yeah.
Now, I'm gonna say this. what if the next version of this is just next level and they add banana?
Yeah, yeah. How about if you're watching, please make that beer. Because I'm all in for that. Man, that
Yes.
bananagram, oh my God.
Oh
That
God, yeah,
that would oh man.
that was next level.
That would okay, so I'm gonna say take the coffee out of this one, keep like the fat bear as the base,
Yep.
and then next time instead of coffee, do the banana that they did with Bananagram.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
I
man.
was originally thinking keep the coffee in, but I think you're right. I think keeping the coffee in would be a weird thing with banana now that I'm thinking about it. But yeah, take the coffee out, add the banana as the next adjunct and call it, I don't know, banana bear.
I would I'd be okay with it. I just if I was them, I would keep just be I mean, only based on those two beers, they kind of had their
Yeah.
base with Fat Bear, then they did something, added another thing to this. Although I guess you could like do it in a way where you just keep adding another ingredient. So you keep the coffee, you add the banana. The next time you keep the coffee, banana, and you add it. I don't know. There's a lot of potential. But yeah, banana.
All I know is yeah, but banana in this beer next, please.
Yeah, no, that'd be awesome. Yeah, no, this is yeah. In a surprise to no one, they made a really good stout. And it's funny, like sometimes people will comment like um, their stouts are underrated, and I think that might be true. But also, like the people I know who drink Hop Butcher and have their stouts, it's not underrated to those people because they talk about how delicious their stouts are all the time. But I think because the name's Hop Butcher, they do get the love for the hoppy stuff, but they knew
And that's
stout.
what they brew for the most part, right? Like stouts are seem like every handful of months, maybe even every 6 months. But yeah, their hops are what really I think probably people are seeking out.
Yeah.
But either way, yeah, if you're in for a crazy stout, pick this stuff. I was just looking online like to find if when we were talking about any other variants, and it's sold out. But this is you can get this at some store. I guess I'm assuming it's local to Chicago. $19 for a 4 pack. $19. Like if this was like any
Yeah.
other, I'm not going to name names brewery, this would be like 20, 22, 24, $25 for a 4 pack.
Yeah, I was thinking 25 with I think some of the well, depending I think I know
Yeah.
what breweries you're thinking of, and the one would definitely be charging a good 25 for a
Yeah.
4 pack of this. Yeah, yeah, that's
Yeah.
incredible.
This is just like it looks like this is just like a local store in Chicago where you can order online and then go pick it up.
That's
That's
awesome.
crazy.
That's
And like
definitely
did like it's crazy. And like imagine like once they get their own spot, like they're contract brewing all this stuff now. Like once they get their own spot, like at that point they probably it's gonna be cheaper. They're not
yeah.
having to like have the overhead of having to go into the brewery and stuff like that. And then if they're selling directly from themselves, no distribution costs, like right from the brewery, what is this going to be? A 16 $17 4 pack of a crazy imperial stout? Like that's unheard of.
I would keep the prices the same, and that money I would reinvest to how much I probably took out of the bank to get my own spot. But yeah, I give you
Right. Yeah, of course. No, I totally
yeah.
get it.
No, this is phenomenal. Anything
Should
else
we
you
check
want
the
to add
notes?
before we wrap up? Oh yeah, good call.
Yeah, the notes. I was going to say the notes.
Roasted coffee,
Roasted
and I do think
coffee.
it comes across
Check.
more roasted than like cold brew. Like it kind of drinks more French pressed into
Oh
diner
yeah.
coffee versus
Yep.
like yeah, creamy peanut
I do get
butter.
a berry note I didn't think of earlier. The more I drink it, I get like this like berry note,
You mentioned
kind
it
of
in
on
the
the mid palate
aroma.
as it finishes. Yeah.
I'll go along with that. And
Yeah.
then the rich chocolate, yeah. And again, like I think, I mean, we have spent over 10 minutes talking about this beer. Could you reduce just like their tasting notes? Could you reduce this beer in terms of discussing it, enjoying it, like thinking about it if you're drinking it alone and just what you're tasting to the adjuncts? Sure, fair enough, but there is more depth and layers and levels to it than I think that like that's too simplistic. But yeah, it is the adjuncts. I mean, also to be fair.
Right. Like, so are you asking if we could have made this like a shorter review and just, but we would have shortchanged? Is that what you're
Yeah.
going for?
Well, like
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, go ahead.
No, yeah, I was gonna say, I think we probably could have, but there's just so much, and like you said, there's the adjuncts. There's just a lot more other stuff going on than just the adjuncts. So especially for two people reviewing a beer, we're each going to have our own battle group, and then that's going to
Yeah.
stem off to something else. If this was a solo review, maybe with just me or just you, maybe it would be less time. But I think
Yeah.
this is doing the beer. It's doing the beer justice. Like,
Yeah.
sure, we could film a 2-minute review that says, "This is amazing. You're getting the peanut butter. You're getting the coffee. You're getting the chocolate. The coffee's a little bit overpowering, not in a bad way, but it's and the peanut butter is kind of taking the back seat. Go get this beer. It's delicious. Done." You know what I mean?
Yeah. Into their tasting notes. Their tasting notes are the adjuncts also, but like again, like they limit themselves to 3 tasting notes. They keep them short, and of course that's what they have to put, because that is those are the 3 predominant flavors, but it's a little bit more nuanced. And yeah. Anyway, just trying to keep people watching for as long as possible. All right. So again, seriously, make sure you check out Nerdsense. This is Shaun from Nerdsense. He is one half of Nerdsense, and I get paid every time I say Nerdsense, so I'm gonna keep saying it. And I will link to their website below. But you can also just search. Almost said Google. You could search Google, but you can also search YouTube or Instagram or wherever Nerdsense.
Wherever you're searching. Yeah.
How much do you? Yeah. If you prefer seeking your own answers, there you go. But if you want it, description box below. Thanks, Shaun. I really appreciate it, man. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. I screwed that up already. Once you're done checking out Nerdsense, make sure you check me out on Instagram and Untapped. It's No Hype Beer Reviews at both those places. As always, please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone. Too funny.